Hey YouTube, what's going on? It's the Sluminator here. It's been a while. I've stopped doing dragon deck profiles just for the fact that it's just no point because dragons are dead thanks to the new format and new ban list. One deck I have been playing is Heroes, and Heroes are great. They work phenomenal. I like the deck. It's control based, just like Disaster Dragon was, which I think I took a liking to it, and it's got a lot of plays. Just in terms of being able to like G-Spark or just wipe fields with stuff, or Miracle Fusion's great. I love Miracle Fusion because it reminds me of Darkness Metal, just this big beater. But alright, so let's get down into the profile, guys. So we've got the one Stratos, the triple Alias. This hasn't changed at all since just anything. We've got the triple Thunder King. I love 3 Thunder King in this deck. I'm going to make a separate video as to why I think certain cards need to be played and don't need to be played. And this card is definitely one that I feel needs to be played right now. The hand traps, we got 2 Effect Failure. And then we got 2 Max C, and then the 1 Gores. Love Max C in the main. Only when you go to like big events though, big events like regionals or like YCSs, Max C needs to be mained for Mermail Atlanteans and for windups. I'll probably make a second vid on like I said, certain cards to play, where and when, and stuff like that. And then, I don't think I mentioned the Gores, because Gores is amazing in this deck. Despite the fact that you play so much back row, he's needed. Definitely needed. That's 12 monsters. Then we move on to the spells. We got the staples. We've got 1 E-Call and 1 Rhoda. I was playing 2 E-Call and 1 Rhoda, but I was drawing into either just a normal summon like Thunder King, or I was drawing into a hero. And you can stall out long enough with this deck with the massive amounts of back row to be able to wait for these and then go off. So that's why I just play 2 search cards. I don't play the double E-Call and the 1 Rhoda, just 1 of each. Well, obviously with Rhoda, because you can only play 1. But anyway, we got a double Duality, double MST, the triple G-Spark, and the triple Miracle Fusion, because all of these cards need to be played in this deck right now. People sometimes play 2 Miracle Fusion. I feel that 3 is essential. You need to play 3 Miracle Fusion. If you don't play 3 Miracle Fusion, you're going to run into some issues, because you're going to need that Shining. The 3 G-Spark, it's definitely self-explanatory. The double MST right now, I feel is very needed for the fact that it hits factory against windups, and I feel that I'm going to make a separate video about this, what decks are going to be up and coming. Dark Worlds are going to be up and coming, and MST is the perfect card to hit against them, to stop their gates, and to hit their back row just in general. This card needs to be in the main deck. And at the end phase, against Mermail Atlanteans, it's going to be the end phase MST your set Abysphere that you just set, so that they can't let it go off. Because once it does, that sucks. And then obviously the 2 Duality for consistency. It's just needed. That's 15 spells. Then we'll move on to traps. We've got double Warning and Judgment, so for the Solemn Brigade. We've got double Bottomless. I feel that this card needs to be in the main right now. For every deck that there is, this card just hits everything. We got the double Torrential, double Compulse. You need to be playing these cards. You need to be playing these cards if you're playing traps. These cards are all essential. The Solemn Brigade, 2 Compulse, not 1, not 3. I feel that 3 is too much. I feel that 1's not enough because you're not going to draw it when you need it, because it hits every deck. I feel the Compulse is just essential against everything. Obviously, the double Torrential just stops everything, and then the 2 Bottomless, because I feel that it's hitting everything right now. These cards all need to be played in any deck that plays traps. That's my opinion. I mean, you could argue that, oh, well, why not play Mirror Force or Deep Prison? Well, instead of, like a Compulse, maybe just a 1 Compulse type of deal. I mean, those are great cards, yes, but you don't need to worry about having a Deep Prison or a Mirror Force if you stop everything from going off at once with the Compulse. That's why I feel the Compulse is just a better option. Oh, your opponent makes Zen Mighty. Okay, I'm going to Compulse it back and not let him go off and special all these guys, and then need to worry about having a Mirror Force. You just stop everything before it starts. But one card that I do love still, and that still I feel is really needed, especially for the way that I have my side deck set up, is definitely Dimensional Prison. And I love 3D Prison. This card is just phenomenal right now. This is another card that I think really needs to be played right now, and all the pros argue that it shouldn't. I will make a video and tell you why this card needs to be played in every single deck. And then, last but not least, 1 Hero Blast and the 1 Starlight Road. You need the Starlight Road. Just too many traps. So that's a 14 trap count. So the deck count's 41, and it's been playtesting really well. I like the deck a lot. It's got a great win ratio against windups because it mains everything it needs against windups. Against Mermail Lanians, it's lacking. It's because that deck's it's so hard. That deck is so hard to beat. I'll win game 1s every once in a while. But the only way that I win against Mermail Lanians is going into game 2. And I'm going to make a separate video as to what to side against Mermail Lanians, because that deck's just freaking nuts. But in the hero aspect, so I'm going to make a video telling you what you should side if you're playing heroes against Atlantean Mermails. Other than that, guys, that's about it. So thanks for watching. Like I said, it's been a while. It's nice to be back. Just been busy with school, stuff like that. So all right, guys, I'll see you around. Sluminator, signing off.